What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? How y'all doing? Welcome to another edition of SWAC Smoke. This is episode number 175. What's going on with y'all, man? What's happening to my crew up here, man? Jerome and Big Soldier, what's going on with y'all gentlemen? How y'all doing today? Man. Y'all can y'all hear me, man? Because for some reason I'm having audio issues. Can y'all hear me?
Can you? I think I was muted. I might have been muted.
All right.
I think I was muted.
Well, we got Zoe in the house, man. What's going on with you, man? We got Crook up in here, man. You know, we got the whole crew coming through. What's going on, man? I hope everybody doing good today. Last full week of the regular season, man. It's on and popping, man. We got us a interesting week of football going on. So let's I guess we can start talking about last week, man. Let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room, man. I know, you know, that's what a lot of people want to talk about. So I'm gonna turn the floor over to Jerome and let him handle his business for last week.
We lost.
Yeah, basically in a nutshell, that's it.
Yeah, ain't no use in keep beating a dead horse.
Well,
we came out. We made a lot of mistakes. We turned the ball over with fumbles, fumbled the ball going into the end zone. But it all sounded like a bunch of excuses, and it really ain't no excuse. We came out and we lost. It was flat. We played flat, and in reality, the team been playing kind of like that the whole complete season, and it finally just came up and bit us on the butt. But that's over with now, and we on to a new day. So
I heard that, Jerome. Hey, Jerome, don't be like Birdman and walk out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
you know why I thought you were about to be like, remember August Alsina when he was on 106 Park? I told y'all don't ask me about this shit. Remember that?
No, I mean
it's because Rocks is smooth out on
it's Thursday. It's Thursday of the next week. You know what I'm saying? It's over with now. Now y'all got me. Y'all talked to me Saturday night, and I talked to you later. You know, earlier this week we talked on the phone. So you know, it's done washed through. It's gone. It's gone.
It might be gone for you, but it ain't gone for everybody else. So you know, you got to live and breathe in it, man.
That's
the life of a rattler, bro. That's the life of a rattler.
Money off this shirt. We're gonna make a shirt. It's gonna have wrong picture. It's gonna say, "Hey, I told y'all don't ask me that shit."
Hey man, that's the life of a rattler. You win some and you lose some. And that's just how it goes. It was disappointing, but you can't wallow in that. You got to press on.
And like I say, y'all more than welcome to move on, but this the SWAC. They ain't moving on, so y'all can move on.
Hey, the SWAC been on us for 4 years now, so that's par for the course. The SWAC been on us for 4 years, and they had a reason to be on us for 4 years, because we was tearing everybody ass up. So, you know, now it's their turn. Say what?
4 years now?
I think this is the 4th season. Yeah, I think this is the 4th season.
Well, you know, do you think we just gonna keep keep rolling with this, but we ain't gonna look backwards, we're gonna look forward.
Come on.
Do y'all think, you know what I'm saying, y'all got the mental fortitude to bounce back this week?
From the things that I've heard on the different 220 Club and talk shows and here and there, I think the team is focused enough. to bounce back this week. It ain't like we playing, you know, the Pittsburgh Steelers or nobody. I mean, Bethune been playing tough all season long, you know, and they gonna get up to play us anyway. That's just what it is. Mm-hmm. It's the life of a Rattler, bro. Everybody play us tough. That was evident last week.
Everybody but us.
y'all played us tough. Yeah, we done had some knockdown dragouts with y'all where we had to come from behind and win, you know, big plays in the fourth quarter and stuff. So yeah, it's par for the course. And I don't expect any different the week following that against Alabama A&M. It's you know, we can't do nothing but go up from here. We got to start over, start a new streak. Shoot, what we done lost, what, 2 in a row?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the first time, since, like I said, since 2018, we done lost more than 3 games. So, yeah, it's unfamiliar territory for new Rattlers. But Rattlers like me, old as I am, I done been through the good, the bad, and back to the good again, you know? So, one thing ain't going to change. I'm still going to be a Rattler.
Hey, I feel you. Like I said, I've been through the ups and downs, but I'm gonna say I'm glad this week that, you know what I'm saying, ain't no attention on me and my team, so you know I can enjoy everybody else going through what they're going through. But
the light gonna shine on y'all soon enough.
Oh, the light can shine on us all the time, man. Anything waiting us is nothing but an ass whooping, and we done took a plenty of them, so that shit don't bother me. Ass whooping don't bother me. Unless it's the Nickel State, then that shit piss me off. But anybody else, man, ass whooping, I done took them from everybody my whole life, so it's all good. But I want to talk to Big Soldier, man, about his about the game with Bama State, man. Y'all was able to survive that game, but what's your thoughts about that game, and then what's your thoughts moving forward?
Like I said, like Saturday, man, just glad to get out of there with a win. You know, Jackson State defense showed up and showed out. You know what I'm saying? Bama State defense played tough. Man, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of them games, you know, a lot of people thought Jackson State won't put up a lot of points, which they did leave a lot of points on the field. But at the end of the day, man, hey, a win is a win. We moving forward. We got all point this weekend, so hey, we definitely trying to end the season on a high note. Go ahead and put it on them, and then in the way of and our way from Atlanta to Atlanta is Southern, so hey, we'll train and whoever on the tracks, man, they got to get run over. So hey, everybody, we at a crossroad. I never thought Jackson State would be playing for the
unstoppable, man. I want to get that train right off the tracks.
I never thought Jackson State Southern be playing for the SWAC championship, but hey, it's the SWAC. You know, anything can happen. But I think Bama State, man, honestly, they can't pass the football, and their running game, the only thing that kind of kept them competitive in the game. Other than that, it really ain't much. They ain't really had much offense going on, and I guess E-Rob, man, he got to win these next 2 games maybe to see where he stand as an Alabama State coach, because that's been his whole problem ever since he's been there as an offense. You know, defense always plays good, but as far as Jackson State, you know, offense, they neutralized Herb Mulligan. Herb Mulligan can do nothing in that game, and I don't know. Sometimes I seem like with TC, the play calling be gets a little faulty, but you know, at the same token, shoot, hey, I take that dub. I'm just ready to go ahead and put it on Alcorn, because hey, you know, you just want to be one up on your country cousins. So,
hey, as y'all can see, man, we got Mr. JSU down there, man. What's up, Zoe? What's going on, man?
What's happening, man? What happened, Jamie? Wrong. What's happening, man?
Before you go out the room, I want to get your take on the game Saturday against Bama State, man. What was your thoughts on that game?
All right, man. Okay. According to how I saw it on the sideline, just keep it a buck, man. Bama State defense is good, but it was a defensive battle. But Jackson State, even with the way the game played out, man, we left way entirely too many points on the field. And look, we won the game. And guess what? Even a great team, you're going to have games like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just say it was a defensive slugfest, but I still feel like we left way too many points on the field, even from a passing standpoint. You know, we went away from some things that was open for us. So when we actually, not saying it's going to be a 40-point game, but we left a legitimate, you know what I'm saying, on some plays were called that, you know, said Jacobian didn't see. We left a legit 17 points left on their feet, you know what I'm saying, on the field. You know what I'm saying? Well, that game had no business being as close as it was. But again, kudos to Alabama State. You know what I'm saying? Their front seven is advertised. I told everybody their defensive backfield is not, you know what I'm saying? They could be had. You know, we showed that. We just kind of went away from it. And look, and I'd be remiss, and I'm sorry, but it was hands down. Look, I'm 46 years old. Been going to Jackson State football games since I was 4 years old. It's hands down the worst officiating game I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? And this crew, and look, we all from SWAC fans, we all can talk about SWAC officiating. We all have a game that we probably could point to say the officiating wasn't really all that, wasn't up to par or wasn't good. And myself, the only one that I had that I went to what I would say was the Grambling game, right? But be it as it may, this game here in particular, and we won, right? It was hands down the worst officiating game. And it wasn't so much about, you know, calls not being made, because again, both teams could probably say that, right? The thing was, when we talk about the brawl, it was so much that went on. It was so much that was going on in this game that didn't get called, which led to the events that happened toward the end of the game. Irv got, for example, Irv Mulligan on 3 straight plays in the second quarter. There were targeting calls that should have been called. Irv wasn't getting up pissed for no reason. You know, now he had his helmet pop off 3 times. One time it wasn't ripped off by a player. They showed them a replay and it wasn't. But the other 2, it was. We also the video of Alabama State players, you know, swinging, throwing punches. You know what I'm saying? Towards the end of the game, man, that went on for the whole entire game. You know, it was so much that wasn't called, and the actual referee himself really wanted to inject himself in that game. It was horrible. And so. But again, we came out with the dub. Again, I'm not going to blame the officiating because, again, we won. So I'm not saying this as a person who's on the short end of the stick. We won the game. You know what I'm saying? And so kudos to Alabama State. And I got a narrative about, you know, well, hey, maybe if they had a better quarterback, then they probably would have won the game. I would say, man, guess what? I want y'all to watch the game, and I want y'all to see how far down the line in our receiver room are we. I want y'all to look at which running backs that we're actually playing. I mean, we've lost – we're down all our starting wide receivers. Starting tight end hasn't played all year. I mean, when we talk about and we still lead the conference in scoring. So we talk about offensive output. Let's not get into, you know, so we're missing. Everybody's injured this time of the year. You are what you got. You know what I'm saying? They say when you race, run with your brawn, and we did that. But again, kudos to Alabama State. They do have a formal defense. I see Chuck saying target on a running back. Good look, man. Targeting on any carrier with the ball, running back, receiver, quarterback. Doesn't matter. You run with the ball, you get in your head, it's targeting. But to answer your question, Will, man, good game. We just, you know, but in my position, we left points on the field.
Well, I mean, you know, when you got a game that's emotionally charged like that, and you got, you know, a chance to win the division on the line, you're gonna have an ugly game. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't expect nothing less in them kind of games, because the other team, you know, they're gonna come out with fire in their eyes, and then, you know, depending on what the crew on the field is, a lot of times SWAC refs, they let a lot go. And if you watch a lot of football, like Zoe, I know you have, man. I'm 48, you 46. We both been around a long time. You know, SWAC refs can tend to let things go until they hit the breaking point, and then, you know, they either they try to rein it in or they let it keep going. And it's like a game like that, they let it keep going till it overflowed, and, you know, then you end up with a situation after the game that, you know, should never happen. But when you let stuff happen during the game, everything build up, and sometimes it's gonna explode. And when you're on the road in certain places, things happen odd. Even if you win, like I'm not gonna really point a lot of fingers at a lot of teams, but it's been seeming like this season that at TSU you get a lot of bad stuff, even though the team don't win. You know what I'm saying? You battling refs. Brownman had issues there. We had issues there. It just is what it is. But like you say, you got to play through it. You play through it and win. And I credit JSU for being the top team in the league right now, going through what y'all going through. Because like you say, y'all down a lot of guys, but y'all got a lot of depth. You got a lot of depth, and that's what a lot of teams don't have. You got that. It's always next man up. It's always next man up, regardless of what it is.
And see, since you mentioned it, I want to mention this too, because I know a lot of times people say, "Oh, this don't matter and this don't matter." Well, this speaks to recruiting. This alone speaks to recruiting. Because we talk about depth and we talk about quality depth. So like I state, it says something about a team when you're down all of your starters at the wide receiver position. When you're down, saying you're missing the starting tight end, all of your starting wide receivers, and you're still able to lead a conference in scoring, which is a rare feat if you really look across the college football landscape. That's a rare feat. That's actually an anomaly. It's not something that you see very often, but that speaks to recruiting. When you talk about you have Irv Mulligan, who missed the first 2 games of the season, J.D. Martin, who was the starter before Irv Mulligan was last season. Now he's actually jumped into the portal, but JD hadn't played in 3 games, due to injury, but he even missed the first 2 games of the season, right? Then your third string wide receiver, Aubrey Miller, he goes down with an injury. So now we talk about recruiting. That's, by my count, that's 3 running backs. They hadn't played. And then you still got these guys filling in. Travis Terrell, who we told you was a great freshman coming in, and you still got other guys coming in behind him. When we spoke to, the running back room being as deep as it was, that highlights what we talk about recruiting. And people think it's just fluff when we say, when you have the number 1 ranked class, in HBCU, or the top 2 class in the country, oh, those stars don't mean anything. I'm like, man, y'all better stop reading that. Stars do matter. But again, can you miss out on one? Can you have a 4-star that may not pan out? Of course you can. There are outliers to everything. But okay, let one of our schools get a team full of 4 stars. You think you'd rather have a team full of 4 stars or a team of no stars? You tell me what the odds are, right? 4 stars are better than no stars. Can you have
better?
Can you have a no-star pan out to be a 5-star with good coaching? Sure you can. But what are the odds of that happening, right, T. Wells? Can it happen?
I totally agree. And I mean, a lot of that, when you go with the hidden gem type dudes, a lot of that fall on development of your coaches. Exactly. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of our coaches don't develop guys. So you're really taking a crapshoot, trying to get guys and build them up if you don't have a staff that can develop them. You end up with a team that is good in the first half and bad in the second half because they wear down. You get a team who best guy get hurt and you can't bounce back because you don't have nothing behind them. So it's all about building up, like you say, so quality depth. I think that's the most important thing, not just numbers, because anybody can have numbers. Everybody got numbers, but do you trust the guy to come in behind that guy when you need him? And that's where you shine at. But I want, like I said, I think JSU did what they needed to do, put themselves in a good position to clinch the division early, and now you can go into the Alcorn game without that, without that looming. And what's I'm gonna ask both you and Big Soldier, man. Y'all can, whoever want to jump in first. How do y'all think? I don't know who's out. Y'all probably do. I don't. How do y'all feel like that? The suspensions and everything gonna impact this game Saturday?
It won't.
I kind of agree too, because I still think Jack State gonna get that win down there. I mean,
do y'all have any idea who out? I mean,
I know who's out.
Yeah. Oh, you do know? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't put that on the air like that.
No, I
I know
I ain't asking. I ain't asking. I didn't know they would publicize it like that. I don't think we ever found out who was out from the FAMU suspension. I guess you
Let me
couldn't
ask you
look.
something, Zoe. Hey, is there gonna be a? Do you know if it's gonna be any custom lids or anything in the custom jersey coming out for this game?
I can't say.
Ooh.
I'll just say this. The game set is going to have a very nostalgic feel to it.
As long as we ain't got that JSU G.I. Joe helmet. That's all that.
They G.I. Joe element.
I mean, look, this is what I tell you. It's going to have I tell you what, this game is going to have a very W.C. Gordon feel to it.
Okay.
Y'all are what a red block on the road?
Wait, what a red
I
block
said, will you wear the red block on the road?
Ain't no more red at JSU.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I'm gonna be tuned in, man. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing a good game. I think Alcorn going, they're gonna do their best to hang in there, but I think Alcorn offensively can be made one-dimensional, and I think that's tough against a team like JSU, because right now Alcorn, they can run the ball, but if you can force them to throw, they got issues, kind of like Bama State, So I kind of see the same kind of game, and I think they're gonna survive. Maybe it don't be, maybe not gonna be a pretty game, but I think JSU is gonna prevail.
Well, I think we will. I think we should. The main thing I would say that makes me feel even better about this game is the fact that Alcorn doesn't have the pieces that Alabama State does, offensively or defensively, right? Their line is susceptible, to giving up quite a few sacks. They don't throw the ball much, and I'm gonna be honest with the way that they utilize their quarterback, with what we like to do on defense. Just from a schematic standpoint, I really don't see them having too much success. Now, granted, it's the last game of the season. Alcorn has, they get pretty much laid all out on the field, with what they want to do. So this game, I wouldn't be surprised, crazy enough, fake punts, onside kick, trick plays, and in a last game of the season, rivalry game, they may be up emotionally to, actually do that. However, with the way that we actually travel to Alcorn, plus the success that we actually have, in that stadium, it's not I'm not concerned about it in that way. Like I said, they don't have the pieces that Alabama State have, especially on defense. Malachi Bailey is a damn good player. And they have some pieces. Let's not get it twisted. But just as an overall unit, they don't have what Alabama State has. And, man, what we can do running the ball. And this is not a game where we got to score 40 points to win, because I don't see Alcorn putting up a bunch of points on our defense. I feel like on this type of game, if we can get, 21, 24 points, is more than enough for us to win.
I expect JSU to win this game. Alcorn will probably come out, like you say, charged emotionally at the beginning by being at home and being the rivalry game, and with the hopes of just trying to put a little blemish on JSU record. But I think JSU should pull it out.
Is Lawrence gonna start for Alcorn, or is it gonna be the other guy, Vaughn?
If they want any chance, it better be Vaughn, man, because Lawrence get rattled.
That Prairie View game, and Lawrence came and he did good, but he threw one touchdown, but then threw two back-to-back interceptions. I'm talking about just clear interceptions. I'm like, if they play him, it's zero chance Alcorn winning. It really is zero chance now. I'm gonna just be 1,000 with you.
Zero.
But
It's a chance now. Don't say a zero chance.
I won't say zero chance. I'm gonna give it to you like the weatherman, Big Soldier. I'm gonna give him
Don't say zero.
I give him a 10% chance.
That's my opinion. That's why
I mean, everybody got a chance. You never know until you step on the field. But like I said, they might not have a high probability of winning, but they, I think Vaughn give them at least a better chance of moving the ball. But he been prone to bad decisions throwing the ball, and I don't really think he been that great of a passer this year. So if you just got to line up and run, it's gonna be tough. I definitely think they're gonna have to find a way to mix in their passing game to keep them in it. But you know, they're gonna have to rely on turnovers to stay in this game, and you know, I don't really see that happening.
I want to play devil's advocate for 1 minute and just go back to the JSU Alabama State game and just the whole fight situation at the end. And you know, Zoe was saying that it had built up by the play that had been going on during the game. I'm curious. Like JSU had the flag and were they gonna like plant the flag? I know that's been something that had been going on back and forth. Is that something that can be?
No, I mean, there wasn't a thing where they were trying to put the flag. Players were actually trying to run around the field with the actual flag. No one was going to midfield. I can take it. I was there. The one player who even thought about going in that direction, even the court took the flag from him. So there was. I'm
just saying because it's like I know when JSU won and they get the right to celebrate or whatever, but had this been this week right before the SWAC championship game. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like they got to get themselves under control where it don't happen like that, and they go into other people's field and stuff, just win and let it go like that. You know what I mean?
Well, I agree. Look, I'm not gonna disagree with you there, but at the same time too, I think we're separating after the game it was a build up to all of that. You see what I'm saying? And again, I'm gonna be honest. Even if you corral, let's just say you got it on the mind for 6% of the team, you still got the other 40 or 80% of the team, the other 20 who maybe in. It wasn't like we ran across the field, you know what I'm saying, ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? The thing was, it was a high-charge game. And as you know, man, when both teams jaw-jacking our game, all it takes, it was a powder keg. All it takes is
don't take much. It don't take much.
And it actually goes there. Now, granted, I'm glad that it happened for this reason. Before somebody try to jump on me, I'm glad in a way that it happened because now it's a teachable moment for this game this weekend. Mm-hmm. You can post it up for that game this weekend coming up because this is a real true rivalry, and you can go against because you got some guys missing, and we know after this game Saturday, you know, we got the SWAC championship game and SWAC championship game. That's an even more of a rivalry game for all the chips, you know, in the middle of the table for both teams.
And they don't have nothing to lose, so they can instigate a fight and try and start something up.
No, man, we're not gonna instigate no fight, man.
I ain't talking about Southern. I'm talking about if it was something to break out.
I'm just saying because I've been seeing people say that Southern gonna start a fight, man. If we're gonna fight, we're gonna fought when they whooped our ass the first time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying because I see Southern name. I'm not saying Jerome. I'm not saying you, but I've seen a lot of people already throwing Southern name in this starting fight, man. If we get beat, we get beat.
No.
If we want to fight with anybody, we'd have fought with Nichols after they whooped our ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think you just take the L and move, man. But you know, the game be charged. You know what I'm saying? I think cooler heads prevail when the referee don't let the game get out of hand and build up to that point. But
even with these players doing the belt to ass thing, they gotta stop all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Watch this. You know this. That's not even a Southern Jackson State thing. As huge as it is, you don't have a history of Jackson State Southern doing that. Really, you don't.
It's not.
But watch this. Jackson State Alabama State has a history of
fighting.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
it goes back to the late 80s. I mean, we fought them 3 times in that's a third fight in their new stadium.
See, I don't know. I'm new to all that. I don't know.
The bands have gotten to fight in Birmingham. We fought them in Fulton County Stadium. Like we that's who when we fight, that's who we fight. We're talking about the football team. So so there's a history there. There's some disdain there. But Southern, as much vitriol as Jackson and Southern have, it's not a thing that I really expect for to happen.
That's a healthy rivalry there. Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's because it's both sides understand and ain't nobody trying to make a name off of nobody. You know, Bama State and JSU is a rivalry, but it's more like a dude chirping at another dude, you know what I'm saying, and trying to get his attention. You know, Southern Jackson State is equal hate, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's also family, you know what I'm saying? It's just a different thing, man. You have to be in it to understand it, you know, like I got family from Jackson State, you know what I'm saying? My family from Mississippi. So, you know, it's always gonna be that back and forth there, you know what I'm saying? And you know, when you come up like that, you understand, but Bama State and JSU, I can't speak to that because I'm not in it. So I don't understand, you know, I don't have no real frame of reference, but all I know is when them two connect is always something. And it's been that way as long as I know. So it's only a matter of time that kind of stuff happen in a game like that.
I didn't know. I'm new to it.
Well, hey, this is SWAC lesson. But I do want to ask y'all, because you know, with all of this and you know what happened last week, well, a couple weeks ago with Prairie View and FAMU, and then the North Carolina Central Howard thing and Virginia State, Virginia Union getting into it. Celebration Bowl has stated that they're gonna make the players leave the field. The losing team leave the field after the game. How y'all feel about that as a rule moving forward?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it. It's
too much.
It's chicken shit. I'm gonna be honest. John Grant looking out for himself and his money. If we keep it up. Because here's the thing: at the forefront of coaching is teaching, right? And so you don't sit here and say, "Oh, to avoid this, we'll just do this." No, like I told you, it happened. It's a what? Teachable moment. You're teaching, you know what I'm saying, young guys how to be men. And so when adversity happens, you don't sit there and say avoid it. You grow through adversity. You know what I'm saying? So again, if your answer to this is just, hey, losers, if you lose a game, we're off the field, we're not gonna shake your hand because there's something there. That's chicken shit. It's a teachable moment, man. So I don't like it.
It's not like it's fights it's that kind of situation going on every weekend. It's not happening all the time. It's a small drop in the bucket compared to the amount of SWAC games and games that have been played, you know. And I don't think it'll get to that point at the Celebration Bowl. What if it's going to get to that? They'll do it before the game over at the last whistle, you know. So I don't expect that to happen. But like you say, they covering their own behind. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Personally, I think it's stupid because number one, the Celebration Bowl, the two teams who playing don't, you know, whoever it is don't really play that often, so it's not going to really be that much built up animosity over the years. You know, not bowl games, you get guys, you know, trying to prove themselves against each other. But I think it's kind of like making everybody go in the house because they was fighting down the street. You know, it's like that don't add up. You know what I mean? You don't.
That's a good analogy.
You don't keep people from fighting by keeping them in the house. You know what I mean? We always out growing up. You know what I'm saying? You knew when to fight and when not to fight. And like Joe says, a teachable moment. You got to trust your guys to be men and accept whatever happens and not fight. And I think they're making a bigger deal out of this than what it is. You know.
And question for you. One last thing. I don't know if you noticed, but the whole point of shaking hands after the game is what? Sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship.
Right? Exactly.
So
sportsmanship.
You guys do know that the what they suggested is losing team go to the locker room, but yet the coaches will shake hands at the end of the game. What are the coaches shaking hands for? So that's the sportsmanship that you want to convey. So you see what I'm saying? So it's you know what I'm saying? It's actually rather it's crazy.
Now that you mentioned that, you might get y'all. That was Dion and and your boy that got into it. I hadn't thought about that.
I guess what school is that? I don't think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go back the last few years, Bama State with the Dion scoreboard, you know what I'm saying, in the springtime. You know, they come there for homecoming, you know what I'm saying, not E-Rob and all this. You know, it's always gonna be something that, you know, at some point you gotta look at somebody and be like, bro, you know, you always in something, you know, what's the deal? You know, like what is it about this? What is it about these people that get you in that kind of mode? You know what I'm saying?
So no, it's been since 2015, even when Harold Jackson was there, they got to fight. Bama State got to fight with us in their zone. It just comedy.
So what is it about y'all that make them get that way? Like,
no, it ain't us. It's them.
Right.
Now I'm saying, what? It's got to be something about y'all that make them feel that way. Do they? You know what I'm saying? Like,
is the record that bad? Is the record that bad, y'all? That much ahead of them?
Oh yeah, it ain't no rivalry. Yeah.
Like I say, I just this one of the things, man. It happens. It happens. You move on. I think a lot of people making a huge issue out of a lot of this stuff. As far as I know, ain't nobody get hurt. So maybe somebody got knocked around. But I've seen worse fights. I've seen way worse fights before games. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
It happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens. But you got to trust your team and your coaches to do the right thing and move on. So we still got football to play. And I know one reason why Zoe up in here is because my boy over there with the green on. I know, and I wanted to ask Zoe, since he the guest here. How you feeling about your Alabama A&M pick in a couple weeks?
I felt good when I said it before the season. I felt amazing about it. I did, and after, let me tell you, I felt good before the first season. And everybody was like, "Oh, family bringing this," and I'm like, "Man, look at what they got." And I'm like, Alabama A&M quiet as kept. Everybody talk about him, but mainly since he's been there, they've always had a great offense, and they're going to run the ball. And one thing I like about Maynard over every coach in the SWAC, I have to say this: Maynard's the type of coach that if something's working and you can't stop it, I'm gonna keep on doing it.
Oh yeah, he ain't switching up.
And so guess what? Fam can't stop the run. Alabama A&M got a damn good running back.
We played Bethune this week.
Well,
he asked me about Bama A&M. So listen. So here's the thing. So after the first week, when they played South Carolina State, I was like, "Oh, that don't look good." But that could be an anomaly because, as you know, from week 1 to week 2, you make your big jump. So you kind of see what you got. Then they played Norfolk. I played Norfolk first, then South Carolina State. And I was like, "Woo, 2 weeks in a row, man!" And I was like, they had to rush the touchdown. It looked horrible against the run. And look, to me, I can't speak for everybody else, but man, after 4 games, you know what you got. But here's the thing, C. Wells. I didn't just pick Alabama A&M. I picked PV. Oh, last week, everybody said I was crazy. I came on here and I told you. I said, man, they're going to get y'all. I told them better. Man, you crazy. Everybody said I was crazy. Man, I'm in Alabama like this. I'm like, man, they need to give me a 1-900 number. I'm so good at this stuff.
Thing about it is, Zoe, I've been watching you since the whole SWAC, fam, you got into the SWAC and stuff. You've been picking Valley to beat fam every year.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I don't ever pick Valley. For nothing.
You've been picking on the beat fam. You'll say if I won't be surprised if Valley get a bite fam in the ass. So eventually you're gonna be right.
I tell you what else is wrong. You can clip it. The one thing I say about me, I tell everybody when people see me on the street, I say the one thing about me. Anything I say, it's on wax. You can see it. So here's the thing. I also said that y'all was gonna be at worst 6-6, but I picked y'all to go 7-5 too.
You might be right on that one. I'm hoping you're right on that 7-5.
Well,
because right now we 5-5. So
5-5.
I'm right there with you. I'm hoping we end up 7-5.
I mean, well, I can look. I'm not gonna get into the game Saturday. I'm not gonna get into Bethune. They can win, but I think for you made some changes, so you can win. It's a rivalry game, but Bethune can win. I'm not worried about that one. I want to talk about Black Friday.
Everybody gonna be watching.
Come Black Friday. Because look, I didn't come and say this during the season. I said it before kickoff. Matter of fact, SWAC, we recorded. Look, SWAC Media Day. I told Maynard to his face, SWAC Media Day. I said, man, y'all remember that dog? They had that little meme, that bulldog in somebody's house, had old Snake wearing his ass out. I said, that could be Alabama A&M FAMU.
Hey, you can keep saying it, but that don't mean you're gonna speak it into existence. That's what you're trying to do.
You tried everything you could last week to put your hocus pocus. Say Alabama State was gonna beat Jack State, and I told you the whole time you didn't want to listen.
No, I didn't put no hocus pocus. What I said was that they had the defense to slow y'all down.
Okay.
What I said happened.
No, what I said happened. I said that school.
Well, what we both said happened. What we both said happened.
Down in the Delta where them girls.
But y'all won.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is I'd rather win ugly than to lose. Period. So, you take them dubs when you get them, man. So,
bro, you know what? I'm gonna say this. Do you know that y'all had a 23 home winning streak and you broke it to a team that ain't won a game and ain't never beat you in its history?
Yeah, and ain't won a road game in how long?
You lost to an OPA team to break your streak. I'm mad at that because I want to do it next year.
I tell you what. This for JSU and for Southern. We 25-1 at home. Huh? Catch up with us.
Hey, I'm not worried about that. My biggest thing was I was more mad that Valley did it because they look better than we did playing down there, man. You don't understand how upset I was at our team for going down there and losing.
Y'all got a long way to catch up.
No, I ain't got a long way to catch up because really be this wrong. Since you like to ask questions, I got a question for you. So when it comes to school to the SWAC, who's the last team with the SWAC to tap that ass and brag?
Valley.
No, I said before Valley. Before Valley.
Oh, we lost to y'all on the last second play.
Right.
Something like that. I was in that game. I was at that game. That was 2018, I think. I was at that game.
You know what, Jerome? You done seen. You know what? Since you've been alive, you've seen more L's to Jackson State than dubs. You know that?
Y'all are 3-1.
No,
against FAMU since we've been in the SWAC.
I said in your lifetime, since you've been alive, you see more L's to Jackson State than W's in your lifetime since you've been living.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't. You know, you the stat man.
I do.
You keep up with stats.
You see more.
I know. But if you want to talk about history, we did beat y'all when we went on to win our first national title.
Okay, back 1978.
You the one brought up. I was born in '67.
Okay, well I'm gonna say.
So you asked in my lifetime.
Hold on, I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna say it slowly now. You've been alive. You've seen more losses to Jackson State than dubs. Since you've been alive, and you older than me.
I don't know that because I don't have the stats. But since I have been alive, I've seen FAMU win 2 national titles and Jackson State win none.
You sound like an Alabama fan. How many? You seen 1 national title? What your other national title is? Y'all got 1 national 1970, whenever that was, 74, 79, when we won the first FCS title, 1 AA title, and then last year in 24. Those are national titles, undisputed. Oh, okay then.
And I ain't got to look, you know.
Really?
Well, then
bring me yours.
Some of them in the 80s and 90s.
Put your national. Tell me your national title, your national championship.
Oh well, since you claimed what you got last year, we won. Our last one was what, 2022?
Yeah, really, it was. They did consider that a national title.
Really, it was.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
In 2022, was it a Celebration Bowl then?
Yeah, it was. It was a
okay. But who won the Celebration Bowl?
No contest won Celebration Bowl, but we haven't shared the national championship too.
Okay, now we sharing that. Now we sharing that the title. Y'all, I thought FAMU was the one to make up the damn titles and shit.
I didn't make up anything. I can actually show you. I didn't make up anything. I didn't make up anything. I can actually show you.
Now who y'all say? Now listen to y'all.
I can show you. I can show you.
I don't want to see it.
Okay.
I don't want to see it. You asked me in my lifetime, and I told you the 2 that we won, and you know about them.
Well, now I didn't.
Now that right there, we ain't share them. We didn't share them with anybody.
I asked you something different. You made another question because you want to retort to make yourself look good.
What you say?
I said, I didn't ask you that. I asked you something different, but you asked me something different because you want to make yourself feel good. Because right now, it's a stench in Tallahassee.
Hey, we lost the Valley. We lost the Valley. I mean, what you want me to do? What you want me to say?
I mean, I don't want you to say anything. I just want you to answer my question.
Well, why you keep bringing it up?
I mean, I can't help myself, dog. I mean,
Okay.
I can't help myself.
Well, he who laughs the loudest.
No.
No.
This is a European heavyweight. What the heck? Now we got a European championship. Heck no.
He who laughs the loudest. So right now, I ain't got nothing I can say.
Okay.
Hey,
I want you to you don't predict, you predicting, you can see so far into the future. Do you see y'all winning the national title, the Celebration Bowl?
I just said I'm gonna laugh in Atlanta.
Okay.
I got 2020 vision on that. I
Okay.
mean, before the season, I even said it. I was crazy. I was like, at worst, I said it. It's on wax. I said, at worst, we'll be 10-2. I didn't say who we'll lose to, but I said, at worst, we'll be 10-2. We're gonna be 10-2 after Saturday, and then we're gonna have a tough game against Southern SWAC Championship game. And while I'm talking about it, I'll even go out there. I saw BG at the game Saturday. I told him, I know people are gonna say, well, it's naturally harder to beat a team twice in the same season. But I actually told him, I said, man, this game against Southern is going to be really, 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 really tough. And I actually gave him the reasons why. Southern in this first year, believe it or not, if you watch every game that they played this season, they've gone to overtime, I think, 4 or 5, maybe 4 times they've gone to overtime.
3.
But every game that Southern played in, outside of FAMU and Jackson State, well, and Nichols, but I'm gonna stay in conference. Every game that they played in, outside those 2 games, have been dogfights like to the end. Every game that they played in. So the thing the thing about a team under a brand new regime, like they had O-line struggle, but Southern got pieces. So the thing is, I think a lot of people tend to look for a finished product in game 2, game 4, game 5. And the thing that Southern kept doing is, as bad as they may look at the beginning of the season, they were doing a slow build. Really, really slow build, changing some things, trying to find their identity, trying to, see what they're gonna hang their hat on. But all the while, Southern got a good defense. You know what I'm saying? They've been top of the league all year. Against the pass, against the run. Look at the numbers week to week. They got good pieces. Their thing is, like all teams, it's been inconsistent play at quarterback. But again, if they could have just, average to decent quarterback play, they tend to have better success because, again, they want to run the ball, play good defense. And, again, they got a good 50-50 ball catcher, in Clay Davis. But it's going to be a tough out because now the thing is, to me, gives us the advantage because the game is at home. But again, when you talk about, that game, that rivalry, for all the stakes, and it's a mirror image of 2013. We beat them in the regular season 2013. We far had the better team, and we got out away from what we like to do, and we lost that game late. Because you know why? Not the same scenario, but whenever you have a close game late against a team that only play in close games, go to overtime all the time, and play in muddy, dirty games, that's to their advantage. And so the same thing can apply to this Southern University team. So I think the game is going to be real close, but I'm glad that it's Southern.
What you think about this $50 price tag for this SWAC championship? Because I think it used to be like $35, right?
Well, everything going up now.
Well, they stayed on. Well, they stayed on brand of what they did all year. If you notice, we had 2 different prices. We had marquee games, non-marquee games, and so they treated it like it's another marquee game. So,
man, get your money. They need to get their money.
Well, I will be in the house, man. We already made a decision. We gonna be up there, so definitely, hopefully, man, I can bring a little bit good fortune with me. I ain't had no good luck in Jackson last time I was up there, so I need to reverse that trend. But I'm looking forward to the game. But I gotta deal with grounding before I get to JSU. I got a lot of money. I got a lot of money on the line with these grounding people, but I ain't seen them in a long time. So I think before the game, I'm gonna start calling out some names. I need to have everybody accountable so I can get my money after the game. I don't want nobody disappearing on me. But
how you feel about that game though?
Huh?
How do you feel about the game though?
The Classic?
Yeah.
Now that we in one division, I feel a lot more. I feel a lot more comfortable. I think as long, and I'm gonna say this, and I say this as somebody who that man was on our sideline. I feel a lot more comfortable knowing Eric Dooley calling plays. I'm just gonna say that. But because I know he's gonna try hard to make a statement against Southern. He did it. He did it when we played him at Prairie View the first time. He tried to make a statement. It didn't work. I think the defense, if the defense forced a lot of turnovers, and we do have a problem with turnovers, so we have to avoid that. And we haven't scored a touchdown in the first quarter all season. I don't know if y'all know that. We have played 11 games, 10 games, 11 games, and we ain't scored a touchdown in the first quarter all year. That's got to change. So, what better way to do it than in this game coming up? But I think we got a good chance of winning. But you know, it's the Classic, and y'all know crazy things do happen. But I think we're gonna come out on top.
So another question for you, since we're kind of in the same boat, right? Being that we both clinched, we both have a rivalry game coming up, you know, us Saturday and you guys next week. How do you feel about play in that last game? Like, for example, neither one of us have to win, right? I know we both want to win, but if you're coaching Southern, I'm coaching Jack State, like naturally I know we want to win because, like, how do you feel if Southern were to lose the Bayou Classic going into the SWAC championship game?
Honestly, I think it depends on how they lost.
If it was a battle, people are saying, you know, like for us, they're like, oh, Jackson just rest the players, you know, you already clear. So, but my thing is, I'm of the old adage that I at least want my guys playing good because to me, it's hard to get back up after a loss or if you struggled in a loss to go into a championship game.
Yeah, I feel the same. I think you know, if like I said, to me, it all depends on how you lose. I mean, you go out there and you get mollywopped, then man, I don't know if you're gonna have to get up in you to bounce back from a game like that the next week against another rival team that's a better team. If it's a dogfight like we've been in all year, eventually, you know, that luck gonna run out, and it could be that week. But I think Southern has done a good job this season of bouncing back from losses. You know, so I don't really feel that bad. Although, I mean, personally, I'd be highly upset if we lost the Grambling. But on the objective side, if it's a close game, I think Southern will rebound better the next week because we have been a team that plays better coming off losses than we have off wins. So I would feel objectively, I would feel okay, but realistically, man, I'd be in a bad spot for a week, man. It'd be tough to bounce back, but you know, it's always a possibility when you step on the field that's gonna happen.
So for us, the reason why I asked that because you know a lot of people are saying we should rest starters, but I'm of the mindset that I want us playing good going to that championship game, but also the fact that we can actually go undefeated in conference play, which you know that hasn't happened a whole lot of times in the SWAC. You know what I'm saying? Undefeated conference play, and that's another goal. I think that's another feather in your hat. You know what I'm saying? To go to championship game to sit there and say you want undefeated in conference play with the chance to win the conference championship. So that way, if you do. You know what I'm saying? That actually is another thing to sit there and say, because with 2 more games, you're talking about being, you know, 11-2, you know what I'm saying, going into the Celebration Bowl, you know, that's but also for us, 12 games, that'll be another school record. No. We did 12 on prime last year. Never mind. But we'll tie a school record, and that's what 2 times in the 4 years that we eclipsed 12 wins in one season. So that's a big feat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe in resting guys, man. I mean, y'all got a week off after this game, so you know, if you get nicks and bruises, then you know you can heal up on the bye week while you know Southern playing a tough emotional game. So I just don't believe in that because number one, you don't know how your guys gonna respond to being, you know, not playing and then having to wait another week then play. And like you say, you got opportunity with goals still in mind, and it's a rivalry game. Well, I would not. That don't even, if it was Pine Bluff or somebody, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But I am not giving my rival no advantage. I'm not spitting nobody. I'm coming to win, and I'm gonna let the chips fall where they may. That just, I just feel like that on a rivalry game. I'm not giving them nothing. They got to take it.
I think you want to go in on a winning note. you want to go in winning. You don't want to go in on no loss, or even like you say, a close win. You want to go in winning and have some positive momentum going into the championship game. That's for both teams, and both of y'all playing rivalries, so you gotta want to win. And for JSU, you gotta want to complete the whole mission and go undefeated in the SWAC. I mean, that's their motivation, to go undefeated.
Well, I tell you what, Southern making the championship game, even in the manner in which they did it, it solidifies that they made the right decision at the end of last season to part ways with Eric Dooley. The fact that you have pretty much the same staff in tow, and you put Graves with the head coach, no matter how they look, for them to actually be in this position, they're actually, I know some people may not see it. I don't know how Southern fans feel it to be a transition, but for you guys to have a new head man and to go into maybe a different philosophy, you know what I'm saying, and how Graves want to run it, you guys are ahead of schedule, you know what I'm saying, into a first year of a new regime. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a lot of same coaches, but still it's a new way of doing it to actually get there in the way that you did it. You guys got to be happy, man, because again, if I'm a Southern fan, I know we're into this season, but it gives me hope to look forward to next year as well, too, man. Because again, looking at what they got, if Southern can recruit, you know what I'm saying, decently, get a few pieces, man, they should be very, very formidable next year.
Yeah, they growing up a quarterback right there. They got a quarterback on campus that they can have to grow up and mature and keep there. So it's not like they really got to go look and find that.
But to me, most importantly, is the offensive line. We starting 2 freshmen on the O-line. They're getting better week by week. And that was one of the big changes. I think it was around the Texas Southern game. We made adjustment on the O-line, and things started shifting. And like I feel like we're a year ahead of schedule at minimum, you know. So I mean, honestly, I was like 6-6, you know what I'm saying, 4-4 in conference, you know, just right there in the middle, you know, because we lost a lot of key guys off of defense, but you know, we was able to plug some holes with some guys who came into play. And you know, offensively it's been up and down, but the flashes have been there. And when it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's bad. So you kind of have to roll with all of it. And you know, to finally have a game last week where you didn't have to go into the fourth quarter wondering what was going to happen, that was a good feeling, honestly, man. You know, like, because you just don't know. You know, with a team like Pine Bluff, you let them hang around. Their offense is such that if they can hit a couple plays, you know, they can put up some points. So, you know, to hold them to 9 points, and honestly, like I heard, they haven't scored a touchdown against us in like 4 years. So, you know, we've been lucky against them. But I look forward to this week. Well, this week resting up and getting ready and coming out in the classic and taking care of business. So, you know, I feel confident going into these last couple of games, man. I'm just glad that we got another game at the next week. So that's because early in the season, who knew? I mean, I said it all year, but I ain't, you know, have it with me just being crazy. But you know,
you were planning on a parade.
Yeah, hey, and it's still coming. If we got people that can make shirts that say SWAC West Champs for 2024 and they ain't make it, I can say just say we gonna hold a parade after the game.
Yeah. Hey, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a good matchup. Like Zoe say, it's gonna be tough to beat them twice in one season. If I'm not mistaken, that first game didn't count as a conference game, if I'm not mistaken. So that in itself take a little bit of pressure off of it and make you go in and play a little looser, and you're not as tight. So going into this game, you know, you got the extra added pressure of it being for all the marbles, the whole championship and stuff. So it's gonna be tight. I don't expect Southern to come out and lay down and just give it to JSU.
Like I said, we got, you know, it's gonna be a lot more discussion on that game, man. You know, like I said, I just feel like us as a team, we finally learning how to handle success. You know, that's been the biggest reason our team is up and down is whenever they have success, the next week they come out and they just don't respond well to it. But finally, they starting to put it together. And you know, it was tough because everybody was pushing division championship last week, and then we go out against Bethune and we played. I don't know, one of the games that the chances to make it worse than what it was there, but we just couldn't get out our own way. And defensively, that kept us in the game. But against JSU and teams like that, we can't play all defense and no offense. That's not gonna as a surefire recipe for disaster. So we got to be solid in all three phases. And the return game, it scares me because our punting game is not the best.
Kick it out of bounds.
Oh, I've been advocating that no matter who we play. I don't even care if the team don't got a good punt returner. I say kick it out of bounds because we've been horrible on punting, man, all season.
I tell you what, Travis Terrell got one more return in him. He got one more.
Hopefully he use it next week. Hopefully he lose Saturday and don't worry about returning in championship.
He got one more return of him for a touchdown. Whether it's a punt or kickoff, he got one more minute for a touchdown this
year. Better save it. Better save it for the championship game.
I mean, but honestly, I mean, and look, as a true freshman, I mean, when it comes to, what I'm saying, like even the game last week, I mean, the deciding factor in that game was special teams. I mean, it was the punter. I mean, Matt Noel was the MVP of that game. Matt Noel and Travis Terrell, because we flipped the field on both sides of the ball. That was the main thing of that game.
And that's a game changer.
And
did they kick or miss a kick? Did Alabama State kicker miss a kick?
No, we did.
Y'all missed a kick.
We missed one in the first quarter on the first drive, opening drive.
Oh, okay.
And but again, recruiting. We people think it's just we're just talking, but we told everybody, I was like, man, this kid is special. This kid is gonna be a star. We said it before the season. And there's some guys redshirting, like we're gonna Mike Smith. You're gonna see him, a 3-star DB out of Cincinnati. Running back / DB. He's gonna touch the field. I mean, we got a lot of that freshman class last year is a foundational piece, and that's why I even highlighted what we're doing right now. Man, we got 11 commitments right now. No other FCS program in the country has that. We have 11 commitments right now. We're gonna have a top 5 class in the country, and so and it's no room to stop. And I'm not saying that when I say, let me just say this too. When I say stuff like this, I'm not trying to brag. I put it in context because we try to put it as an outlier. We talk about HBCUs and then we talk about FCS. And so I try to say things as a sticky point to show you, like, it is an anomaly. This isn't the norm that we typically do, right? In the college football landscape and how things are being done. For an HBCU program or an FCS program to have 11 commitments, like that doesn't happen, right? And we talk about Deion Sanders, but TC Taylor's doing this, and so we speak into next season. But yeah, Travis Terrell was the key piece. That was he and Matt Noel were the difference in that game against Alabama State, and so we're going to the game against Alcorn, and again, I no matter, even if it's a tougher game for us, I still go into it the same. If we don't turn the ball over, we have several pathways, and we can win ugly, we can win pretty, we can beat you with we can win with defense, we can win with the offense, we can win with special teams. We have the leading scorer in the conference. You know what I'm saying? We have the best punter in the conference, best return man in the conference. And when I say this, like, oh, I'm saying it with blowing white glasses on. I'm like, no, it's right there. Go to the stats on the SWAC website. But again, even as I say that championship game is going to be a drag out fight.
I feel like when you got a team who, like you said earlier, a team who specializes in being ugly, you know what I'm saying? You're never gonna, you're never gonna get down and quit. But when you play that way, the odds of you always making it happen is slim every week. So you need to start to stack together some good performances. So I'm looking forward to next Saturday to build on what we did this week, because I do think we got a lot of good pieces. A lot of guys are young. You playing a young quarterback, and you're playing your third quarterback in the 12th game of the season. That's been a sticking point. But the running game finally came around. I think we got some really good backs. We got a lot of guys behind them who can run the ball that's young. And we got a lot of solid guys. So I'm looking forward to these next couple games to see where we stack up more than anything. Anything that happened other than that is extra for me. honestly, we playing with house money this season, so I'm just excited to see what happens, man. It's good to be back in the championship game, and it's good to actually get there ahead of time and not need help. I mean, that's been the way the West's been the last couple of years. So it's good to not be in that position for once.
And look, I'll tell all y'all, man. Listen, anybody who can hear my voice, man. Look, you really want to come to that SWAC championship game because I know Jackson played Southern in 2022. For Coach Prime left, and the turnout was good, but it wasn't what you would have expected. Just because I think everybody pretty much knew Jackson was because of the team. They just pretty much felt like Jackson was going to win that game. This game on December 7th, I'm telling you, it's going to be old school SWAC football. I fully expect 55,000 in there. And it's going to be a true old school Southern versus Jack State and Jackson. It's going to have all the feels to it. I'm telling you. Ticket sales are going good so far right now. I'm telling y'all, this game is going to be crazy.
You got both bands going to be there. You going to get that rematch, the boom box again.
Late in the year. And I'm telling you, all the kids going to be out even for that alone. That's why I'm not selling the game. I'm just, if you're a true SWAC head, and for any Southern night and any Jacksonian, I'm not lying when I'm saying what I'm saying. When it comes to this game, because typically, historically, we always play Southern in the middle part of October. Now you're talking about, the first part of December for all the marbles in the vet. Now on the neutral site, in the vet, both bands in front of each other for the SWAC championship. Baton Rouge only 2 hours away. I'm telling you, there is no Deion Sanders. It's TC Taylor, Terrence Graves. Both coaches with ties to university. Both fan base gonna get up for this game. I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and I would love to petition to get the Southern Jackson game back in the middle of October because my birthday was always synonymous with Southern and JSU. I was born on a Thursday before we played them in 1976. So my birthday and Jackson State Southern always been linked. It's always been odd for me to have that game like in September. And I think one time we played late in November a couple of times. It just don't feel right. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad to be, I'm glad to mix it up with y'all again, man. And all the marbles, and like I said, we're gonna see what happens, man. But we both got tests to get through. But it's good to be there, and I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I know a lot of people coming up from Baton Rouge. Like you said, in 22, I didn't even think about going, honestly, man, because I was not happy with the way the team was playing down the stretch, and you kind of had a feeling it was not gonna be a good result anyway. And I'm not normally that kind of person, but the Dooley era kind of shaped us in a different way. So it's starting to round back a little bit, man. So I'm looking forward to it.
And look, and crazy enough, Graves he's not an alum of SU, but it has some of the same feel because like I told everybody when we hired TC, TC is a former player, and I made the statement. I was like, Jackson State under TC Taylor is going to have a W.C. Gordon feel to it. When I make that statement, I'm not saying that TC Taylor is going to win the SWAC 8 out of 10 years. I don't think any coach is going to do that again, right? But what I'm saying is just the look, the feel, the aura, of what that looked like when we talk about Jackson State football. And right now, he's off to that start. First year was 7-4, and in the second year, going undefeated in conference play with a chance to win a championship. Already leading up to have another great recruiting class. And going to segue when we talk about returning quarterbacks, because I don't know if you thought about it, well, but ain't a lot of returning quarterbacks in the conference next year. Jackson State have one. And so, we're going to be favored. We've got a lot of guys returning next year. So that team should be projected to fare well. But Terrence Graves has ties to Pete Richardson. I know they're going to say Dooley did too, but
they two different guys.
Here's the thing. Pete Richardson was a defensive coach. Terrence Graves is a defensive coach. And what was Southern known for under Pete Richardson? It was the dog-day defense. And so, Terrence Graves has his hand in that. And so he has a good tie, to Southern with that. So I think Terrence Graves, what he's doing so far, people don't talk about it. I know a lot of people say, well, TC probably going to be coach of the year. It's going to come down to those two because Terrence Graves did a great job in his first year to turn it around and get them in the point that they at. But again, man, if they can recruit, you're going to start to have the old feel of what Southern used to feel like under Pete Richardson. And if they get that back, that's going to be damn good for the conference because Jack State, we're up where we are right now.
Yeah, like I always say, good Southern, good Jackson, good Grambling is good for the SWAC. So when we all, we all got to pull our weight, man. So I'm looking forward to the future. The present is nice, but the pieces that they're putting together, and like you said, if they can kind of get out there on the trail and recruiting, I do love the way that they getting back into recruiting the area and the state, because you got to recruit home. You can't let these kids get out of here. Even though, some kids, they want to leave, you can't make them stay. But, if you can get some to stay, because we got a lot of talent in Baton Rouge. I know a lot of people might not realize Baton Rouge for a long time was a basketball city. Football has gotten a lot better in the city. And there's a lot of kids that play on winning championship teams in the city. So, they have their winning mentality. So if you can get in them schools and deter them from going to out of state, then I think that helps, at least keep them away from McNeese and Nichols and places like that, man. So, if you can keep them home, you can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah. Hey, see, well, my phone about to die, man. So I'm about to check it on out. But congratulations, though. Congratulations, bruh, on winning and making it to the SWAC championship. Congratulations on winning the East. Congratulations on your pick on picking Valley to you was right. I want to give you your kudos. I don't want you to go away and say Jerome wasn't man enough to say, this to my face. You understand? So I want you to know I'm stand up. I'm gonna be here just like I would if we had won.
It's all good. I know you hurt Saturday night. That's how I know.
Hey, it hurt and it hurt. But hey, that's what it comes. That's part of the territory,
No, but look. In all seriousness, I'm gonna tell you why I picked them. Before you go, I'm gonna tell you why I picked them, and I mean it seriously. I picked Valley because I was at the game when we played them, right? And so not only that, I was there when they got there, when they arrived to the stadium, and I played ball. So again, remember they had just lost their teammate the night before.
Right? They was motivated,
and so I looked at the way they were when they played us, man. They got up and they had a good first half. We still had the lead, but man, they played like they always played us. But man, it was listening to them on the sideline, right? It was seeing them on the sideline. I was like, it was different. It felt different. Like to actually feel and hear not the coaches, but the players talk the way they were talking, playing for 31. And then to see the quarterback wearing 31 when he played jobs, that says something, right? And also I took that like they're going to be inspired because they want to get a win for their brother. It's different when you're playing for something outside of yourself, but then on top of that too, FAMU was like, are they going to overlook Valley? Because I'm going to tell you, y'all, FAMU hadn't been in the conference to experience this, right? I'm not going to say it was a trap game, but it's hard to stay, to stay ahead because, watch this, who do y'all play after Valley? Bethune-Cookman. And
check this out.
Got a good record, that's still Bethune-Cookman. And it's just like, it's hard to get up, man, to play a winless team. You know what I'm saying? Knowing I got Bethune-Cookman coming next week.
Now that you say that, I'm gonna share this with you. Just the whole atmosphere around the stadium. The kids wasn't there. Usually the student section be full. They took the game for granted. Both of my kids, neither one of them went to the game. One of them went to the fair. My son came to the game and hung outside the stadium and was eating at the vendors and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It was just, it was at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, whatever time in the middle of the day, which was something offbeat, So, and it happens. But I just want to congratulate you on that. And I got a tough way to go. See, Wells, my wife is a Wildcat. So I got to go hear this mess for the rest of the weekend.
Well, hold on. I hope y'all lose gonna be for the rest of the year.
Hey, she was so happy when we got back to the car. She couldn't wait to start laughing. Once I got in the car and sat down and we closed the doors, she just bust out laughing at me. Wow. When we lost at the Valley game, she was like, they finally got you. And they come next week. It's gonna be this. So it's been rough in my household so far. So this week. But anyway.
Y'all should. If I go on record, I'm gonna go on record. I think FAM will win, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be shocked because it's a rivalry game. I think you guys, because again, you guys switched some things up on offense, which they should have done a whole long time ago, which I hadn't really understood. But I think you guys should clip Bethune, but man, I just would be shocked. But if y'all win, that's 6 wins. But I'm telling you, Huntsville.
But you can't get your 7 and 5 and your Alabama A&M victory now. So you're gonna have to get one of them up. You're gonna have to let one of them go.
Peasy, look, I don't like no losses to nobody, so I'm not gonna feel good we lose, period. But
no, I'm talking about you say, fam, you going 7 and 5.
Well, I said at worst 6 and 6. I picked you go 7-5, but at worst you'll be 6 and 6.
Oh, okay. So you left yourself a little wiggle room.
No. I always do this. I always say this is what I think your record will be. I always say at worst you'll be this, at best you'll be this. So
right.
I'm thinking the record to be 7-5. So I'm not deviating from that. I said 75. I'm sick about it, but I'm saying at worst you'll be 6 and 6. But I said at best you'll be 8 and 4.
That ain't gonna happen though. But
I mean,
it's been good talking with y'all. I'll talk with you about next week. I guess that's Thanksgiving or whatever.
Yeah,
so
we'll probably go on earlier in the week or whatever. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up ourselves, man. So man, I appreciate you coming through. You always welcome, man.
Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Like I said, you got a standing invite, man. You keep us on our toes, man. We appreciate you rocking with us, man. And
my partners told me to make sure you come by our tailgate next year at the FAMU game, FAMU Jackson State game.
I'm gonna be in Tallahassee with some snakeskin boots on.
Yeah, I know you told me that already, but they say make sure you come by the tailgate to make. So I'm gonna try and keep in contact with you throughout this time so we can set that up and make that happen.
I'm gonna get up with Jason Hall. I'm gonna get up with EA. I'm gonna get up with you two Roman Rome. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there Friday early. Get with all y'all.
All right.
All right, well, man, y'all boy take it light.
All right, man. We'll holler at you, Zoe, man. Definitely appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through.
Later.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, that's gonna do it for us tonight, man. We're gonna get on up out of here, get ready for the rest of the week, man. Y'all, like I always say, be safe on the road if y'all going to games. Regardless, just be safe, man. We want to see y'all here next week. I'm not sure what we're gonna do Saturday. We'll figure it out. And like I said, we're gonna figure out how we're gonna do next week, but we'll be back. So we up out of here, man.
World's largest day party Saturday, Florida Classic.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all next time.